Hello, hello. Welcome back for day 3 of the gift for the end of the new year, and to receive the new year. Today is the last day of this group of healings that I'm offering, just because I know 2023 is going to be so transformative for many people, right? I've said it in the previous calls. There's some people who are going to change in the personal situation, in professional, in spiritual, energetic level, or maybe all of them. And I feel those upgrades already starting, that change of energy and that shift already starting. And that's why I'm offering this healing. So to prepare everyone, I know everyone, friends, family, and if you want to share, also you can share with others. Today, I'll send all 3 healings in the email of this evening. If you want to send it to your friends or family, please do so. I do want these healings to reach to whoever needs it. And maybe it's not right now the time that they have time to hear it. Everyone is busy with the Christmas and holiday preparation and vacations. But maybe in January, these healings will be at least available until end of January. End of January, maybe longer, depending on how people are feeling, if they want to continue listening to them. So you have time. Just make sure to dedicate time for yourself. It doesn't have to be now. It can be in the future. If you don't feel like listening all 3 calls, you can listen to one of them, whichever calls to you. There's no specific order that you have to go through. But today, what has been coming very strong is grounding. Today, we are going to ground the energy we are feeling, the peace that we've been feeling after those healings, the knowing that something is changing, the knowing that some beliefs, we are releasing some beliefs, some new beliefs are coming, some new actions and ideas are coming. We're going to anchor and ground all of that so you can have it as a base for 2023. So having said that, if you don't know me, if this is the first time you're hearing a video from me, my name is Pooja Metani. I'm the founder of Akasha Codes. I'm a medium, energy healer, Akashic Records practitioner, and my Akasha Codes healing integrates a bit of everything I know. Sometimes we will channel messages from deities or angels. Sometimes we do energy healing. Sometimes we do other techniques that I've learned along the way. So my Akasha Codes healing is just to channel whatever you are ready to receive. When I record these healings, when I jump into any session, I ask always my higher self to guide me to be the best channeler for the person who's going to listen to the healing, either live or recorded. And also I want to be just an instrument of healing. And so with that intention, whenever you hear this, will be the right time for you to receive this healing. We're going to start with the healing today. A message that's been coming for me is that to keep the feeling you have been feeling this week. So if you have been listening to the other sessions, either live or not, at the end, all of us have been having like a deep peace, at least how I felt it, feeling like we are unloading our backpack, that heavy backpack that we've been carrying for way too long. Some people have been carrying it for 2022. Some people have been carrying it from years before or decades before, right? We have sometimes from childhood situations, people who created some deep emotion. It could be trauma. It could not be trauma. Like trauma is a word that is being used a lot nowadays. And there is deep trauma. Of course, there's deep trauma, but sometimes it's not trauma. But it was not a big event. It was not something big, but it made us feel in a way that we didn't like it, or it made us feel small. And that deeply impacted us. So even if the moment of the situation or the words were not deeply traumatic, it created a scar in ourselves. I'm going to hold on until the train passes. Now they're quiet. So sometimes people feel guilty for feeling sad or feeling that they're blah or feeling angry or depressed and not having a reason why, not having something to pinpoint, right? And sometimes it's because when that moments were passing, when that traumatic event was passing or that stressful event was passing, you were in the go mode. You were like in, I need to get through this. If it was professionally, for example, you had a very stressful year, maybe at work, and you just was trying to survive. You were just trying to keep afloat, right? So you don't have time to process it. And when everything calms down, hopefully calms down, that's when we break down. That's when our emotional, energetic, and physical body catches up and says, okay, now we can break down. Now we are safe to break down because we're not go, go, go. And so when it happens, sometimes it happens 3 months after the event, sometimes 6 months after the event, sometimes years later. We feel like, why I'm feeling this deep sadness or why I'm emotionally drained when I don't have a reason, right? We feel guilty sometimes that other people have it worse than us. Why I'm feeling this way? Is there something wrong in me? Like, am I not good as other people are? Like they're handling everything in life and I'm not handling. And the guides are saying, like, no matter when it happens, no matter if you don't feel like you have a reason, just allow yourself to heal and process it. And it doesn't have to be conscious. You don't have to remember the event. Sometimes we don't remember. Sometimes we feel like our childhood was not happy, but we don't know why. We don't have a memory or a person that we can pinpoint it to. Just honor your feelings. That's your truth. That's how you feel. Honor it. And either through therapy, either through energy healing, either through meditation, just allow yourself to forgive yourself, release any negativity, any influence that you have from other people, and then move on, right? This week, we've all been hearing a lot about mental illness, and it has affected me in the sense of like knowing that I've been in dark moments. I've been in very, very, very dark moments, and I'm grateful I didn't give up. It was not easy. It was not easy not to give up. It was not easy also to give up, but I can understand the feeling of like sometimes not knowing exactly why you're feeling that way. And sometimes it's not even not knowing. Maybe you know what it is going on, but it feels too much. It feels too much to handle. It feels too much to even reach out to us for help. So today we are going to release a lot of that and allow ourselves to honor all what we feel and know that we are here for a human experience, but we are emotional. We are emotional beings, and that's okay. Like what we go through, even though it's not as worse as other people, or it's not as bad as other people, or traumatic as other people, it doesn't make it less for you, right? It doesn't make you weaker, or it doesn't make you not enough. That's what we want to ground. We want to ground the inner knowing that we can do whatever we put our mindsets in, and might not be easy, but we are surrounded by a spiritual team, and we can rely on it, and we can ask them for help. Okay, so I'm going to ask you to close your eyes and put your feet flat in the floor, and take a few deep breaths in and out at your own rhythm. Coming to the present, letting go of what has happened before the call, removing from our mind what we need to do next, and just being present and thankful for us for taking the time to be here, taking the time for your own healing, taking the time to do this deeper work. That's not easy. I know that. It's not easy to take the time or the resources. It's not easy even to do this reflection and healing, right? It moves a lot, and sometimes it's not easy to handle what comes out in these healings. But I honor you and I'm grateful for you to be here today. I'm asking your higher self to come forward to help us co-create this healing so you receive exactly what you need today and you hear the messages that you need to hear so you know you're going through the right path. I want you to imagine your root chakra opening up. Your root chakra is your first chakra. It's also the chakra of grounding, safety, stability. So we're going to work today with this chakra a bit more in depth. I want you to imagine from the root chakra, a root coming out from a root like a tree root, coming out, passing through the chair, passing through the floor, passing through all the layers of your house or your building, passing through all the layers of Mother Earth, going deeper and deeper and deeper until it reaches the center of the earth. The center of the earth is a ball of fire, and our root is going to hook up. And this root is going to allow us to release what no longer serves us, what is no longer our truth. And our truth changes through life. What is true yesterday might not be true today. What you need yesterday is not what you need today. It's not what you will need in the future. So it's okay changing your truth. It's okay to adapt it to where you are, right? Some people say like, you change, or you had this belief, like now you've changed, you're not the same person. Well, that's evolution. That's meant to be. When we know better, we do better. When we experience different things, our truth will change. Our core beliefs will change. Our core values will change, right? When we grow up, normally your parents, your teachers, those grown-ups around you put core values into you, but then it's up to you to decide if you still follow those core values or you switch them around because they no longer serve you or because there's something that you feel stronger, something that's more important for you. So your truth will change as you evolve. Your truth will change as you go through experiences in life, and that's okay. We don't have to explain, right? We don't have to say like, oh, yes, I believe in this, but now this happened. We don't have to. Just we need to keep ourselves. This is our truth. This is our core values. This is important for me. The people around me have to be respectful. The people around me has to love me unconditionally. Whatever your values are, right? Maybe your values is, I need stability in a job. I need a partner that's stable. Like whatever it is for you, whatever your core values are, what do you want for yourself? What do you want from the people who are around you? Professionally, personally, those are your core values. And it's good to do the exercise once in a while of what is my truth now? What is important for me? I was talking, and I'm not sure where this is coming around, but there must be a reason. I was talking to my kids about love languages. And I was explaining to them that I had read this book and people talk about love languages and that 5 main languages, and you might have one strong and you might have a combination of them that are important. And that is different. The love language that you like to receive, they might be different, the ones that you like to receive from the ones you like to give. So for some people, gifting, right? Gifting gifts, buying things for some people is their love language, how they express love. They like to give gifts. Receiving might not be so comfortable, right? Receiving, they might need to work on that to receive. Or maybe they don't want to receive. For them, it's more important to receive quality time with someone, knowing that someone will take time of the day and spend time with them. And you can have a combination of them, right? And the core values are similar, like what core values you have for yourself and what core values you have for others. You might want to give and receive the same thing. You might not. You might like to give a lot of touch, but maybe receiving, you like to receive words of affirmation, whatever it is, right? And also, as we were talking with the family, as a family, my kids were asking me what my love languages are. And I said, you know what? Like 15 years ago, my love languages were this. Now my love languages have changed. I've realized that my love languages are completely different. And doesn't mean that my previous love language was wrong. No, that's what I needed at that time. That's how I felt loved. But now I'm in another stage of my life. I have different needs and I like to receive love in another way. So the same thing with your core values, the same thing with your truths. They will go changing, and doesn't mean that they were wrong. They were right for that time, but not anymore. So I want you, if you can, do the exercise between now and New Year, if you have the time. What are your core values? And it can be 1, can be 2, can be 3. Like, I like to receive respect. I give respect. I love to receive respect, support, truth. I want someone to be honest with me. When I'm doing it right and when I'm doing it wrong, they can call me out. And I'll do the same for other people if they want to. I'll be honest, at least. I will not lie, right? I might not say the truth without them being able to receive the truth, but I'll be honest. I will not lie. I won't say anything that's not truthful. I want you to do the exercise. I did it a few months ago, and I revised it a few weeks ago, and it was a beautiful way to anchor what energy I want to bring, what vibration I want to bring in my life, right? Like for me, it's all about being respectful, being supportive, being truthful. Sisterhood came for me. Sisterhood is very important. I've realized through life that the moments where I felt alone, where I felt disconnected from my friends, from my family, is the moments that I went into darkness. And now I know that, and I can look for opportunities for that, right? I can look for opportunities to be connected, to have someone who I can call or I can express how I feel. So one homework that they're giving you is to look at your truths, look at your core values, and what you want to bring into 2023. Yesterday, I was in a coaching session with one of my mentors, and she was saying what you're looking for is looking for you. Sometimes we are not open. Sometimes we're not ready to receive it. Right? Sometimes we are looking for inspiration, and inspiration is looking for someone to materialize the idea. But we need to be open and we need to be receiving. I want you to imagine this ground cord, thickening it up, like it's widening and getting thicker and thicker and thicker, and almost as thick as your hips. Still coming out from your root chakra, but it's thickening up and thickening up and thickening up. And the reason is still flexible, but it feels safer, feels more grounding. And the guides want you to imagine that you are supported by the universe, by the spirit team, by your ancestors, by Mother Earth. You are so supported. We just need to be open to feel it, to receive it, to the situations that will make us feel safer too. Feel that grounding cord so thick that's holding your weight. Because sometimes we feel like we need to carry our weight ourselves, right? We need to do everything ourselves. We cannot ask for help. Or sometimes it's pride, sometimes it's ego. I can do it. I don't need help. But you are supported. If you let yourself be supported, the more we fight it, like, no, I can do it, the more friction we are creating with the universe, right? That's when we feel sometimes we are doing everything and no one is doing anything. That's when we feel like, wish we had help, but we don't. Like, I have to do it by myself. But when you surrender to Mother Earth, to the universe, to the spirit team, to your angels, to your gods, to Source, to your ancestors, and ask for guidance, everything starts flowing in a more natural way. Doesn't mean that you don't have to make the effort. You still have to do the work. You still have to make the effort, but it won't feel like you're fighting it. It won't feel like friction all the way. It will flow easier. It will become easier. And that's when I say life won't be perfect. Life is never perfect, but it will be easier for you to trust that there's a reason why this is happening. There's a reason why this friend was so hurtful, that you might not know the reason now, but you're going to continue. You're going to ground yourself, maybe express how you feel, but knowing that there's a bigger reason that you don't understand right now. Surrendering to what is happening. Surrendering is not the same thing as giving up, okay? They're making clear that giving up is like, okay, whatever has to happen, happen. I'm sitting here and seeing what happens. That's not it. Surrendering is like trusting that you're more guided than you know, that you're more supported than you can feel right now. Asking the spirit team, the universe, send me the guidance, send me the resources so I can continue this path. Asking for guidance, asking for the resources. Send me the resources, send me the right people so I can make all these plans, all these ideas I have in my mind a reality. Send me the support, send me the knowledge that I can, the wisdom, so I can Google and exactly I will click on the link that will have the answer for me. You can ask the universe for that help. Feel it in your root chakra. Feel that support, that love, unconditional love. The universe doesn't keep tabs. Like, imagine a GPS. Okay. So today you have to go somewhere. You put the GPS on in your phone or in your navigator system. And as you start driving, you're like, oh, I know the way. It's taking me straight ahead. No, I know a shortcut. Let me take the shortcut, right? And the GPS might try to redirect you and might try to go back to the route that they were taking you, or might show you the new route, right? They might say, oh, okay, yeah, this is, now that you're here, this is the shortest way, right? Or might keep on saying, like, you turn, do a U-turn, right? Like, they might tell you different things. You might remember that before going to that place, you need to go somewhere else, and it might redirect you. Like, it might, until you stop it, it's going to say, like, turn around, you're going the wrong way, turn around. Okay. Now imagine you come home, you didn't end up going at the place that you initially wanted to go. Now the next day you're like, okay, I ran the errands, I remember the errands on the way, I did those errands, now let me go to that place again. So you put the GPS again and you ask for the directions for that place. The GPS is not going to say, you didn't listen to me yesterday, well, I'm going to guide you today. It doesn't do that. Or you took your own way. Why are you asking me for my way? Right? The universe doesn't do that. The GPS doesn't do that. It doesn't keep tabs of if you listen or you didn't listen. It will take you where you want to take, where you ask for guidance. And then if you detour, they might show you a new route to get again to the place you wanted to go. But it's up to you to follow it or not. But the universe is giving you free will. You can drive the car wherever you want, right? They are guiding you. If you don't want to follow it today because you don't feel aligned, you have to do something else, that's okay. When you are ready, the GPS will be ready for you to show you the path to that way. The universe is the same. Now imagine that I'm in Boston and I take the GPS, take me to New York, right? And it's guiding me. And it tells me it's going to take me 4 hours, blah, 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 takes me there. That's the route that is showing me. Now imagine tomorrow, actually, I stop by somewhere, or in a week, I'm in Florida. And now I ask the GPS, take me to New York. The GPS is not going to say, wait a minute, yesterday you were in Massachusetts, in Boston, and you were going to New York. So you were either in Massachusetts or in New York. What are you doing in Florida? I can't guide you from Florida. Like, go back to where you were. Go back to Massachusetts and I'll guide you again. The GPS doesn't do that, right? Doesn't keep into account where you were yesterday to guide you forward. It's not going to tell you, you made this bad detour. Now go back to the initial point and I'll guide you again. Let's see if you listen to me again. Universe doesn't do that. GPS doesn't do that. The GPS says, oh, you're here? Okay, let's start from wherever you are, where you want to go. New York, let's start from Florida. That's where you are. Universe does the same thing. The universe says where you are today, where you want to go and where you are today. The past doesn't matter. If we listen to the universe in the past or not, doesn't matter. If we took a detour and we ended up in a wrong place or a wrong city, it doesn't matter. They will guide you from wherever you are. So when you think that you did a wrong step and you have to start over, it's wrong. There are certain situations where it might be true, but most of the times in life, it's wrong. You don't have to start completely over. And even if you have to start completely over, now you know the right route, right? Like sometimes we do have to. Sometimes it's like, imagine you publish a book and it has a mistake. Now you have to start the whole process, right? But now you have the knowledge of how to publish. So that path will be faster, will be smoother because you have done it once. Now you have to redo it once more, but it's easier and faster. But most of the times you don't even have to go back to the initial point. You can start from a middle point. You can start from where you are. So the universe wants to let you know that no matter where you go in path, you're not in the wrong place. You're not going to be judged by that. You feel like you made a mistake, you hurt someone, or you said something wrong, or you made the wrong decision. The universe is not keeping you tabs. There is lessons there. Maybe you do have to ask for forgiveness. Maybe you have to recalibrate your values, but then you move forward. And that's something that the universe wants to remind you for 2023, right? Sometimes you might have to take a step back, but it's only because you will run faster. Because now you have the experience, you have the knowledge, you have the wisdom, and you will be able to walk smoother and faster. Like an arrow, you only go back so you can shoot it forward. Because if we don't take the arrow back, it won't get momentum, right? It's less stronger. But the more we push it back, we pull it back, the faster it goes. So there's something like, for some people during the past years, and maybe in the future will happen, that you're like, I was doing so well, and then I did this, now I have to start over. No, you start from wherever you are. You ask the universe, and when I say universe, gods, angels, ancestor, whoever your spirit team is, whoever you believe in, you ask them, guide me from where I am. I learn, if you're doing a diet and maybe the doctor recommended don't have dairy, but you wanted to have ice cream, and then your belly didn't suit. You're like, okay, doesn't suit me. Either I have to take medication when I take dairy, or I have to avoid it, right? You're not starting over, like without having the knowledge. Now you know, you experience it. You had a direct correlation. It doesn't suit me. You have the knowledge, and now you can move forward. You can make decisions in a different way. That's going to be life. You might have to recalibrate. You might have to take a step back. You might have to ask the universe again and again for guidance, and that's okay. You're very supported. You're very loved. You're very safe. Those are the words that they want you to take for the next year. They want you to, again, remember that where you are today is thanks to the actions and behaviors from the past. They took you to where you are today. But history doesn't have to repeat. So you don't have to feel like this is what happened in the past is going to happen again and again and again. No, it's not like that. History doesn't have to repeat. It depends on how you do it. If you see a hole when you're walking in the path and you fall, and you learn, okay, this path is dangerous, I need to walk from the other street, across the street, or just be very careful. You learned it, you don't have to fall again and again. But if you keep on ignoring the fact that you know that there's a hole there, you will fall again and again. So it's up to you. It's not the fault of the hole. It's not the fault of the other person who triggers you. It's not the fault of the situation or the environment you are in. It's about your awareness and what you do with it. There's a hole. Either I walk carefully from a side, I cross the street, I take a different path, right? You have the awareness of the hole. Now you decide what to do with it. And that's going to be your lesson and your guidance for 2023. You have the awareness. Now, do you want to repeat the same pattern? Do you want to change your environment? You want to change the street, not even walk through the street. Or maybe it's a street you cannot avoid. Maybe it's a situation or a person that you cannot avoid, but you can walk more carefully from the side. Look where you can walk safely and walk around them, right? You don't have to go through them. You can walk around them. So it's up to you. In 2023, they're saying no more victim mode. No more life is happening to me, or no more this person is triggering me. No more. We take responsibility. We take our own side, right? Like, oh, I'm always in the phone, so of course I'm going to fall in the hole again and again. So maybe I shouldn't be in the phone. We take responsibility on our part, and then we make decisions or actions differently with that awareness. And when we don't know, we ask our GPS, okay, I always walk through here. There's a hole. I want to avoid it. Take me through another part, right? Like the GPS normally has other routes, avoiding tolls or avoiding something. So you can do the same thing. Avoiding highways. You can say avoiding this street. Which is the other way? Ask the universe. They're there to help you. But you have free will, so if you don't ask, that guidance won't be received. Now that we've done a lot of grounding, healing, I want you to focus on your feet, connecting to Mother Earth, roots coming out, connecting to the center of the earth, bringing new energy from Mother Earth, new knowledge, new wisdom, new feelings, new emotions, new situations, new relationships. And through the root chakra, we're going to release what no longer serves us, what is old, what is not longer our truth. Now I want you to imagine the crown chakra opening up. And we are going to ask the universe to send us fresh energy, divine conscious, divine knowledge. You can call it whatever you feel. It's just clearing energy that's going to come through your body, pass through your crown, passing through your head, your neck, your body, connecting to the root chakra, mixing up with the earth energy. And then it's going to flow through your body. It's going to go up through your spine, up, 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 up through the back of your neck, up, 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 up through the back of your head. And it's going to float from the crown chakra like a fountain. It's going to cover your aura and beyond, clearing any thoughts, any behaviors, any feelings from other people, so you can be grounded and centered in what your truth is. Of course, we can take opinions from other people. Some people inspire us, some people teach us, but for now, we just want to be in our own energy. Part of this mixture is going to bifurcate through your shoulders, down to your arms, out your hands, flowing, releasing what no longer serves you. We are going to let this energy circulate through your body for the rest of the healing. Your higher self is going to be in charge of it. You might feel vibrations, tingling sensation. You might feel heat or cold, and that's okay. And you might not feel anything, and that's okay too. And they're telling me to focus on the crown chakra. Crown chakra is where we receive the wisdom from the universe, right? So they are just clearing up, so we are able to receive those messages, those guidance clearer. We can receive inspiration, we can receive signs, symbols. Something that, like, sometimes there are people that you don't even know how you met, but they just click with you, right? There's something in them. You're like, I don't even know how we met, but there's a reason why. Those are like the guidance that the universe is sending you. They're sending you the right resources so you can move on with life in an easier way. They're clearing the path for you. So they're clearing also the third eye, so we can see better. And the third eye is our intuition. Also how we see, right? Like sometimes some of you might be feeling it, and I've heard it from many people in the last month, right? Like masks are falling. What it means, like someone was behaving a certain way, and suddenly you can see through the real them, right? Maybe something happened and that made them react in a way that opened up your eyes. Maybe you can see through the mask. They can behave sweetly, they can behave encouraging and loving, but you feel something behind. You feel like, I don't know if they have the best intentions for me, or they're just saying this because they want me on the side, or they're just being nice. You will be able, if you haven't already, and some of you have because you have reached out to me in the last week, that situations that seem okay are not okay anymore. and you no longer feel in alignment with that, with the person, the job, the situation. You feel like something is not right. And what they're telling you, your intuition is right? There's kind of like the smoke is being removed, the fog is being removed, and we can see clearly. And it doesn't mean that you need to go to all of them and say, like, I see the truth in you, you are not nice, you're not this. No, we don't have to do that. We just have to acknowledge that and then be aware of that and make the decisions that make sense for us, right? Like, we need to protect ourselves. If that person doesn't have the right intention for us, maybe we separate from them. If it's a situation that is just toxic, but we cannot avoid it, maybe limiting how much you are in that situation, right? It feels like the veil is lifting, the masks are falling, the fog is being removed, and you can see more of the truth of each person that you encounter. Trust it. It's not wrong. Don't judge it. Don't judge them, right? Doesn't mean that they're good or bad person. They are having the human life, the human experience. Maybe there's a lesson that you needed to learn from there. So it doesn't make them good or bad. It's just something that they are. And you can see if it aligns with you or not. Not everything that doesn't align with you is bad. We don't have to point fingers. We don't have to criticize it. No, just need to be aware and make the decisions that make sense for us. If other people align with it, that's okay. That's their part, right? We don't have to save the world. We don't have to be the ones who remove the mask or the being blindfold. Like, we don't have to do all of that. We just need to make the right decisions for ourselves. And of course, if you have loved ones, your children, your partner, your family, you can share with them what is your truth, what you are seeing. But you don't have to convince anyone. You don't have to go against them or make it a big fight. 2023 is not that. 2023 is all about us being aware, sharing our truth with those who we care about, with those who we feel we are responsible of, and then move on. Doesn't matter if they accept it or not. Doesn't matter if they agree or not. Doesn't matter. And we are doing it from a place of love and care. Never with an ill intention, never with the feeling of like, I'm going to show them that I'm right, ego. No, we're doing it from a place of like, I learned this lesson. Maybe it helps you. If it helps you, this is my truth. I'm sharing with you. You can do with it whatever you want. You can take it. You can release it. It's up to you. Okay. And the throat is coming up, and it's been coming up for the last few days, of speaking your truth. And again, doesn't mean speaking it in a bad way or confronting anyone. It's making sure that you know your truth and you walk, you make decisions, you take actions with your truth inside. And again, it doesn't mean that we don't listen to anyone. They are teachers. They are family members who might say, like, I think you are in the wrong way, but this is what I see, right? And maybe they're right, and you change your truth. Maybe you still feel very strongly about yourself. Go ahead. The more you speak your truth, the more you walk with your truth, the easier 2023 is going to be. There's no more there's no more being scared of who we are. There's no more hiding who we are because they might not accept us, or they might think something different about us, or we don't fit in. There's no more of that. And we will see like more and more people are speaking the truth, and whatever the truth is, right? It could be regarding the profession, it could be regarding the family, it could be regarding how they identify in gender. More and more people are going to be removing this mask that they've put, removing pretending to be who they're not, and stepping up and stepping into the person they want to be, with the values that you think about, with the actions, with the accomplishments that you imagine that you can accomplish in 2023. It's time. They're saying it's time to step up. It's time to do different, to receive different. It's time to be different, to receive different. Sometimes we think about, when I have money, I'll do this. When I'm in a relationship, I'll do this. No, start doing that. Start being that to attract the right relationship, to attract that money. Start behaving, start assuming that identity that you want to be. Like if you want to be in a loving relationship, right? You're like, yeah, I'll take care of myself, maybe dress up nicely. Once I start dating, I will dress up nicely. I will wear more makeup. I'll go more out. I'll do more activities. Why are you waiting for the relationship for that? Start doing it for yourself. Start dressing up, wearing clothes that make you feel good, going out to places where you feel good vibes, and then the relationship will come. Maybe you feel like if you earn so much money, you'll invest in a education or a vacation or a trip, or spoiling someone you love. You feel that very strongly, but like, the money has to come so I can do this. Well, maybe start looking. There are a lot of master classes free in YouTube. You can start learning for free. You don't have to wait for the money. You can spoil and pamper in many ways your loved ones. You can start planning a trip and saying the resources will come, the money will come, so I can do it with ease. I can do it gracefully. I can reach out to a mentor and see if they're giving classes or they have a scholarship, and see if I can get one, right? There's many ways. So start doing those actions so your reality changes. Don't wait for your reality to change to make those actions happen. And that's a important one. We sometimes blame or we justify who we are, what we do, because of our environment and the people around us. It's time to let go of that. It's time to let go of that. This year is about taking responsibility. Will you do different? Okay, if this environment doesn't suit you, would you change that environment? Either professionally, family, friendships. Would you change that environment so you don't have to be there? Will you start behaving differently so you can attract the right home or the right job? Start putting your resume together, right? So start doing the things as you already have it, for yourself, right? So you create the reality. You don't wait anymore. You're not the victim anymore. You take action. 2023 feels a year of momentum for those who take action and those who take responsibility. But those who stay like, I'm in this situation, I can't do anything. These are the people around me, I can't do anything. I'm in this job that sucks my soul, I can't do anything. Then nothing is going to happen for you. And you will see some people advancing and some people changing their lives drastically, and you will feel like you're left behind. But it's all because of what you decide to do. Are you ready to take action? Even if your reality doesn't match what you imagine, start taking action to attract the reality. Start taking action to attract the right people you want to attract. Ask for guidance so you know what actions to take. Sometimes I'm like, this is my dream, but how do I get there? I have no idea. Ask the universe to send you the guidance, the resources, the clarity, so you can start taking the steps today for tomorrow. Take a deep breath in. We are anchoring all these messages. There's a lot of messages that came through today. So I recommend listening to this recording once more, maybe journaling. If you have paper and pen, or if you have your journal, or you have anything, or a voice memo, after this call, I recommend that you say the words that resonated with you, the messages that were like stronger for you. Or you can do it again and then write it down. Do the healing again and write it down. Because there's a lot of messages, but they're all about self-responsibility, action. You are safe. You are supported. The universe is here for you. Surrender and move with the flow. I'm anchoring this for everyone who's in this live or listening to the recording. Anchoring these messages in your being. Take another deep breath in and out. Let's thank the guides, your higher self, my higher self, my healing guides, your ancestors, our ancestors, because they're all together. I'm seeing them holding hands. So I'm seeing ancestors of various people, and they're all holding hands, creating a big circle, because there's all one energy and they're all here for you. That's why sometimes some people, you encounter some people and then you're like the sister I've always been missing in my life, or you are like you have the energy of my mom or my grandma, right? Because it's all one energy, and all our ancestors are holding hands to support us, to guide us, to cheer us too, because we don't celebrate enough the same. We don't notice our accomplishments. And that's another homework they want to give you. Write few things that went well in the past 12 months. Maybe go through each month. And a mentor of mine taught me, if you don't remember, because I don't remember the beginning of the year many times, look through your camera phone. Like not through the camera, through the photos in your phone. And maybe that sparks something. Go through your Facebook maybe, and look what happened and what you have to celebrate yourself, because you have done more than you realize. And your ancestors and the spirit team are cheering for you. They know you can have a wonderful 2023. Again, not perfect. It's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be a wonderful one. And if you imagine yourself in December 2023, you'll be so proud of yourself. You might look back to this healing, or you might remember some of the messages, or you might see it in your journal, the messages that you wrote down, and say like, oh, yeah, I remember that feeling. I remember that clicked on me. So after this healing, I would recommend for you to write down what came up through this healing, what is flourishing, what messages you receive. Sorry about that. To anchor them. So when you're ready, you can move your body. You can open your eyes. Now I want you to touch the floor with your hands and your feet, releasing any excess of energy. Thanking Mother Earth. Thanking the universe. Thanking yourself for taking the time of being here. Coming back. I know it's like, I always feel like a peace, but also like I'm in deep meditation. So it takes a bit to come back. But if anyone wants to share how you're feeling, any comments, you can message me later if you want to. You can reply to the emails. I thank you for being here for all 3 days and for receiving the gift I had for you. I feel a good 2023 as long as we do the work, right? As long as we take action and we take responsibility. So I'm wishing you all an amazing, amazing end of 2022. May you enjoy the last few weeks of the year, and may you feel comforted and safe. And I'm wishing you an amazing beginning of 2023. If you want to work with me more, I do one-on-one healings. I'm going to do a vision board for 2023. That's going to be in January. We'll have 2 sessions, 2 hours each. It will be a week in between the 2 sessions, and we are going to ground what we want to bring in 2023. We want to imagine it, we want to bring it forward, and then we are going to create a vision board together. We'll start it together, and then I'll make you work on it for the week, and then we'll come back and ground it and put the intentions and put the energy in our vision board. So if you're interested, you can message me. I can send you the information when the sign up is available. I'll probably be announcing it next week. And I thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Susan, for being here all 3 days. I appreciate you. And thank you, everyone who's here listening to the recordings or live. I appreciate you all. And I hope you have a good day. Unless anyone has a message. Thank you, Aurelis. Thank you for being here. Take care, everyone. Bye.